Electric Avenue, and we take it higher.
And the first electric vehicles weren't, let's just say, they look nothing like the first ever Ioniq 5.
Whatever. Okay, let's go. We're going all electric.
Everybody in!
Not you, Scott. One day you're going to run the company, baby me.
Dr. Evil claims he's now Dr. Good and ready to go all electric. Super Bowl ads full of ads for electric cars, a sign that car companies are certainly ready. Are Americans? Lauren Fix, the car coach, joins us now. It's always fun to have her. Despite your disdain, which you have expressed on this broadcast, Lauren, for electric cars, the performance of them anyway, based on all the commercials, is this a signal that the car makers are ready? And I guess the bigger question is America ready?
Well, the car makers really don't have a choice. If they don't comply and make electric vehicles, the government's going to fine them. So they're making what they feel that they have to do, and I don't blame them. The penalties are too great. And so they have to make something that consumers like, and the commercials were great, by the way. I really liked the BMW commercial. The Hyundai commercial was good. Not the biggest fan of the Kia commercial, although I do like their product. The EV6 is really well done, and we've reviewed it. It's just, you know, they're trying almost too hard, to put it that way.
Well, do you think, are people ready to buy them? That's the question, Lauren.
Well, you know, I think the problem is you're looking at the numbers and the total cost. If you sit down with a piece of paper and you look at the cost of the vehicle versus the cost of a hybrid, like a Prius or gasoline-powered vehicles, it's more expensive to buy electric. Even with the credit, you get the $7,500 tax credit with some brands, not with all, a state credit, depending on what state you're in. Then you look at the insurance costs, and it costs you more, and you go, well, I'm going to plug it in. It's not going to cost me anything. But the fact is, electricity is even more expensive. I have a place in New York City, and my electric costs doubled in the last month. Matter of fact, I called Con Ed to confirm it, like, I'm never there, so why is it so high? Everything's going up. Everything is getting more expensive, and that includes insurance. And you look over the 6-year time period, and you'll find that gasoline-powered vehicles are a better value. Now, until that changes, consumers aren't going to make a big jump, but people are interested. They are looking, and they are test driving to see what works for them.
Let's talk about the price of cars, Lauren, because we had the Chicago Car Auto Show here this weekend, and a lot of folks I know went and talked about how expensive they are. There's this report, I'm sure you saw, that 82% paid above MSRP in January. So it's a car seller's paradise. Do you think people should just wait if they can?
Absolutely. I was actually at the Chicago Auto Show for media days for 2 days and got a chance to see the show floor before it opened for the public. So it was a great event. So anytime those kind of car shows pop up, you should always go and take your family. It's a great idea to see everything in one location. But as far as the average price, nobody's paying sticker. Most people are paying a slightly above or dramatically above, depending upon what you're looking for. Some high-demand cars are paying as high as $50,000 more. Some of the exotic cars, like Porsche's, $100,000 over the sticker price. Hey, you want it? They've only got one coming in, and whoever pays the highest bid is the person that gets it.
This is also impacting used cars, because I was going to ask you, should folks, should they try to go used? But even then, used cars are up, what, 40%, I think?
40%.
And any leverage that buyers used to have, like, okay, knock 20, you're going to let me walk out the door here for $20 a month. Right now, the dealer's probably saying, yeah, because I'll sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. People aren't going to play around. If you can't afford a new car, your best bet is to maintain the one you have. There's plenty of places to go to get your car maintained. It's going to cost less in the big picture to do all that basic maintenance. Keep it just another couple of years, because the fact is we're not going to see a change in this chip shortage and incoming from here in the U.S. could be to the end of 23 at the worst case scenario. Best case, maybe by the end of the year, we'll start seeing some more flow coming in. But even companies like Toyota and Ford and GM, they're trying their hardest to make chips. They can't make, it's called a legacy chip. It has to come from a certain type of manufacturer. And we're not going to see those coming in mass quantities. And when they do, you know what's going to happen. We'll get incentives back, and no one will be paying sticker again. So if you can wait, I highly suggest you do so. If you're ending a lease, extend your lease if you can.
What about if you're in this situation? I know you like to do the math, Lauren, but let's say the repair to fix that used car, which you'd like to trade in and get a newer one that's maybe a little more reliable, the cost of that repair is maybe an amount you're uncomfortable with or you think doesn't pencil.
Right. Well, you're right. My usual rule of thumb is if the repair costs more than the car's value, get rid of the vehicle. The problem is finding another one. So if you have a car that's worth $5,000 and you've got an $8,000 repair, you're thinking, well, that would be stupid. Well, okay, so now you've got $13,000 potentially available or less. What's available? That may be a challenge. So buyer beware on that as well. There's a lot of scams going on. A very close family friend of mine got scammed for $21,000 purchasing a vehicle. Put the money into an escrow account. The escrow company said, we got you, we're honest. And they took the money and ran. He never got the car and never got his money back. So there's a lot of scams out there. So please be careful. You know, if you can see the car for yourself, have someone check it out so you actually see it. Take it to an ASE certified technician because there's a lot of things that are hidden, including flood damaged cars. You do not want to buy those.
Always great info. Lauren Fix, the car coach. Good to see you again. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.